South Filet check in. South Filet check in. South Filet check in as we go through this Nipsey Hussle update. This will be, as of today, the 21st of June. So this initially came out a few hours ago. I wanted to make sure all of it was in as they go through the testimony from a key prosecution witness in a trial of a man charged with the rappers Nipsey Hussle's killing, which is obviously Eric Holder. Testified today that she went to the police when she learned that her car was being sought by detectives. So she said she turned, her own self in. But while she acknowledged that she had made errors in her testimony, that the defense attorney pointed out that was contracted, or she took it back or whatever. And by the surveillance video that was collected near the scene the shooting, Breonna Nicholson, who testified that she drove Eric Ronald Holder Jr. to South Los Angeles Strip Mall and later waited in a nearby alley at his request without knowing what he was doing. Told the downtown Los Angeles jury in her second day on the stand that her mother called the police and I guess told her to go down to the police station, instructed her to go down because the police, after watching the news report indicating that her license plate belonging to her Chevrolet Cruze reported as wanted vehicle. So I guess that was some discrepancies where she was saying that she went down, but obviously it was her mother that called and set up her to go down to the police station. She said that she cooperated with the request by the police for an interview, and this is after her mom called, and stretched to 5 hours. Her interview stretched for 5 hours, with giving detectives consent to search her vehicle, her apartment, and her mother's apartment. She also later agreed to an immunity agreement in which she wouldn't be prosecuted for any truthful testimony she provided, she said. So that's a big agreement that was already set up. Obviously, if she cooperated, that she wouldn't be charged with I guess aiding and abetting or any other charges along with Eric Holder as it pertains to the alleged shooting of Nipsey Hussle. And obviously it's not alleged at this point, he actually admitted to it, so no more alleged on this. So under cross-examination by the defense, the attorney Aaron Jackson, the woman agreed that she was mistaken when she said that Holder immediately went over to Hussle near the rapper's clothing store after getting out of her car the day of March 31st, 2019 shooting. You weren't lying. You wasn't lying or weren't lying. You just made a mistake. Jacine told the prosecution witness as soon as she left the car. He didn't run over to where Nipsey was. I saw it on video. She said this out of her own words on surveillance. Hold on. She saw it on video. She said on surveillance footage, and that shows that the shirtless Holder going over to a nearby Master Burger before walking outside to talk to the rapper shortly before the shooting. I was parking at the time and didn't know. So after seeing the video surveillance showing a white truck, which I don't know what the white truck is, the woman also acknowledged that she had eared in saying that Holder, who had subsequently downed a red shirt, left the chili cheese fries on a red or burgundy truck when she walked down the alley towards the strip mall where he had talked minutes earlier with Hussle. She testified Monday that Holder did not seem upset while speaking to, I guess, the musician the day that she didn't subject the defendant might be planning to shoot when she saw him loading bullets in a gun while her vehicle soon after the conversation. So she didn't think that that was odd, she after the conversation. And when asked on Monday if she had any thought or feeling or concern that he was going to do the shooting, the woman responded no. So this will be all on my next post. There's a lot that was said today, as you can see. I don't want to kind of drown out the night, but I definitely want to update the Nipsey Hussle trial as it goes into a full week and a half, and obviously Eric admitting that he actually did it. I want to definitely get into holding courts in the streets, as saying that even though Eric is on trial, there is a trial taking place from the streets, by the streets. We're holding courts in the streets. So I want y'all to listen to this song. This song that I did was at a time when it was needed to basically push, for all the streets to come together, because obviously Big U had brought them all together, and basically they were all saying it wasn't going to work. Why did people want to do peace for Nip, and why should everybody come together and all this other stuff. So I had to kind of like get out there and actually start the musical side of the positive movement. So this was an actual remake of one of the beats that was pretty much free online for any other rappers to do, but I went on and did my spiel on it. But also you could see in the actual footage, Africa Town representative speaks about the Ospreys that were flying over Nipsey Hussle's store after, obviously a few months after the assassination, and then therefore after that, each year, and obviously in those Ospreys, and in that actual flighting path was Donald Trump flying over Nipsey Hussle's store. So you'll see Mr. Price, Brother Price, explained his side and how he got a picture while they were flying over the actual store. So y'all sit back and enjoy the song, but definitely I hope you enjoy the updates. I'll be posting them along with this video shortly after on the Instagram. Million Hits is back on Instagram, by the way. So please subscribe if you haven't already done. I don't know how long they're gonna let me have my account up, but it is what it is. But I'll be posting the whole script by script, word by word that I just read on my Instagram. And that's a Million Hits. And for the Gone and Never Forgotten, I hope you guys enjoy the song and see as we hold courts in the streets. For Nipsey Hussle holds courts in the streets as well, as we hold courts in the streets, against Donald Trump. If there was anything to do with the attempted murder or assassination of YG, and then Nipsey Hussle obviously was assassinated, and we're saying if that song, if Donald Trump had anything to do with it. So we definitely gonna have a verdict pretty soon as they wrap up trial for Eric Holder. We're gonna wrap up the trial for obviously Donald Trump as it pertains to the footage here on A Million Hits, because we got the footage, boots on the ground, as the insurrection trial happens in D.C. against Donald Trump and the Proud Boys, the racist group that obviously marched with torches in 2020. Obviously seen as a hate group, and with a song playing on the radio from obviously two rappers after alleged attempts on Vice President Pence and Nancy Pelosi, that one of the Proud Boys actually said that he ordered the hits, and they actually have video, and he's cooperating with authorities as it pertains to Pence being selected for a hit from Donald Trump along with Nancy Pelosi. I'm not making this up. These are headlines. So what would Donald Trump say about two brothers, one from Compton, one from South Central LA, doing a song about his presidency? Off with the heads, or he'll forget about it and say, hey, yeah, all right, whatever. So this song right here is addressing that, as well as a brother from Africatown Coalition, Mr. Price. I'll let you guys enjoy the night. It's your boy Mason 933. You gotta forgive me if I'm fumbling tonight. I'm just going off the hip with a lot of this information that just came in. So for the Gone and Never Forgot, you watching A Million Hits 2022 as we count down to the summer of 2022. Peace.
Though it be
R.I.P. Nick, R.I.P. John Singleton,
I won't die blue.
R.I.P. AJ, CJ, Ezel Full, Keisha Mike, check it. We losing a lot of real ones as we go into this war of Armageddon. It's like, where were you when you got the call? Kicking back, sipping yak at the barbecue, watching basketball. Did you get the call when the cell phone ring? And you hit the weed and the homie called, and I couldn't believe what I saw when I hit the scene. Should I call your mom or your pops? I don't really even talk to cops. Whoever did it gon' get the business. Don't leave no witness. War never stop. Do the homework, location lock. Slide up on you, up on your block. Don't touch the kids on the wife. Other than that, everybody else get shot. Ain't no running, man, the streets get hot. I hope we don't shoot it out with cops. I don't really care if I'm wrong or not, cause I'm getting life if I'm dead or cop. Take one of mine, we'll air your block. Goes to white, black, brown, or cops. Better get down when them choppers chop. Bet you respect mine when the pops pop. Pop. See, the women got a different hurt. When she got the call, it shook the earth. Kill a child, she do 100 miles to save a baby to be there first. She'll put the 9 up in the purse. Feel the pain of giving birth. She'll buy the drink and call the girls and feed the killers. Go out and search. She'll roll out with us to put in work. If I got shot, she become a nurse. Lawyer pay for it, retained by her. So I don't worry about a thing about her. She bail me out and get the chalk. Won't sell me out, so I hit the mosque. Since she paid for me up in the church. The devil got us, girl, I know we dirts. While we smoke narcotics, sex erotic. Slip some powder, poppin' Percy product. Still gotta call it lack of knowledge. Guess our kids inherit our problems. Damn, shit. This is how the devil got us. Why my niggas so fucked up? Why we only bang on us? Why you can't die for love? This is how the devil got us. This is how the devil got us. Why my niggas so fucked up? Why we only bang on us? Why you can't die for love? This is how the devil got us. Why my niggas so fucked up? Why you can't die I'm initially go forward to where Brother Price is explaining the Ospreys flying over Nipsey Hussle's clothing store. So I'll go to that report. So right now, this is Brother Price from Africa Town Coalition explaining the Ospreys over Slauson and Crenshaw. This was after, obviously, the assassination of Nipsey Hussle. I'm going in there for God, for the great, the GOAT, the God in Grand Rising, Nipsey Hussle, by the way. And there was a gentleman who served in the military that was killed around the corner at that time. I want to say going in there for God, for his family. I showed his picture, but it was a brother that was in the military that was shot on West Boulevard. And I guess the shooter was on the scooter. I explained that. But that was a real odd situation. And he served his country and obviously was killed in a dispute at an apartment building. So going there for God, for that brother as well. Let me play Brother Price. Definitely coming from a Nipsey Hussle shooting and to advocate for peace, and a man who has sacrificed for peace for this community all over across the world, who knows a legacy, of Nipsey Hussle was definitely God Will Rise is what he put on his face. So
this is Captain Morton Price, Africa Town Coalition. I was over at the 54th Street Library on 54th and Harcourt, and I was sitting in my vehicle and I heard a loud helicopter noise go by. So I jumped out of my vehicle, and I guess the president was on his way back to LAX. He had, what was that, Marine One, another helicopter, and he had 3, I guess they called Ospreys, that was trailing him. So we had 5 aerial vehicles all together, and we had those 3, which was because I have never seen that. I've seen some jets, but I've never seen that.
Now, how far were they in coincidence to Nipsey Hussle's shop here?
Well, actually, they had to have flown by, I would say, no more than half a mile.
So he possibly could have seen the site,
yes.
Or in the
I believe he saw the site, because there was a lot of people out there at the time. So it may have been less than a quarter of a mile.
And what you think about that? Let's be honest here. Let's put it all out. Because see, the Bloods and the Crips just came together today.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. I believe it was, Big U had maybe orchestrated this. I'm not absolutely sure, but I do know that this is the work of, our ancestor Nipsey Hussle. This is one of his dreams, that he wanted to bring Crips and Bloods together and one into unity. And so in his passing, that has happened today. We had like maybe a couple of hundred, maybe more than that, Crips and Bloods from all over the city, from Watts, from the city, it's from everywhere, and so men and women as well. They came out to show their unity and their solidarity behind, the ideas of this brother, this great brother who brought a lot of peace and a lot of love to South Central, to this neighborhood right here. He grew up here and he helped to put this on the map. It could have been a lot worse than what it is now. But the brothers here respected who he was. He built this corner right here, the Marathon store, the corner where that was. He was going to raise up a 7-story plus building, business complex, STEM academy, residential. The man was a part of Destination Crenshaw, 48th and Crenshaw. He had a design for that. And he was just a main supporter. He was a financial supporter, a creative supporter, But the man has put together a number of institutions within the community that empowers black people, that empowers the community.
All right, and wrap up, brother, what you want to say? So,
in
the
closing,
election's coming.
I just want to say, the elections are coming. Everybody's going to be trying to get that black vote, going to try to sway that vote, and we have to vote our interests. We got to vote our agenda. Black power.
Thank you, sir. So it's almost okay. So we gonna stop right there for now. And shout out to the Nation of Islam always, for holding that post. And they continuously doing the peace rise. We'll go over some of that work in the near future as we wrap up. Nipsey Hussle trial holds courts in the streets. You just heard it yourself. You got Donald Trump flying over Slauson and Crenshaw, and then after every year of his presidency, he was flying over. Never tweeted about the song, never said nothing. Took a very dangerous, evasive approach flying over the store with these helicopters. Obviously, people look up. It's not a UFO. It's the military. So it just was a statement to me to let everybody know. Excuse me, in the community to basically keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing else about him, because had he got another 4 years, I'm pretty sure the whole area would be all the way changed at this point. But for the gone and never forgotten, man, we just want the truth. We want the facts, and we want to know why his flight path every year after Nipsey. On Nip Day, he came through in those Ospreys. This wasn't the first and last time. So I think those questions should be asked. We need the flight path. We need the tweets on what he, that we need the emails that he's hiding as it pertains to what he felt about the F. Donald Trump song and the rappers YG and Nipsey Hussle doing the song, and then he winning the presidency during the process of this song being played on the radio. Because everybody knew when this song was on the radio, if Donald Trump won, then it would be hell on earth to pay if you were those rappers. So we just forgot through time, and then things went by. But that's what people do. They let you get comfortable, and then they make their move, and they don't necessarily have to be somebody from another race. It could be your own cousin, your own daddy, whoever take the money. You feel me? Depending on the individual. It's your boy Mason 333. Don't let the devil win. And we always gotta ask these questions. So if you gonna throw Eric in there, you gotta throw Trump in there. You feel me? If you're throwing everybody else in there, that ain't got nothing to do with but hell, it is what it is. So may the truth lay where they at. You really ain't gonna know until the day of judgment anyway, on a lot of cats and a lot of reasons on why you going to hell or heaven. But at the end of the day, they got a little bit of law and justice before you get there. So may the family of Nipsey Hussle get their justice as his court is wrapped up pretty soon, and that trial's wrapped up pretty soon, and the insurrection gets wrapped up. There's 3 verdicts that has to happen. One in the streets, obviously, and one in the courtroom of where Nipsey trial is going on, and then the third would be in the insurrection trial that could possibly lead into charges, major charges on Donald Trump being locked up, the same as Eric being locked up. So again, we all gonna get our justice in some form or another, but definitely something went on a lot more sinister to be having both trials going on at the same time. So yeah, food for thought. Am I crazy? You crazy? Hey, we all crazy. It's your boy Mason 333, but it gotta make sense, right? God fearing always. Long live the great Nipsey Hussle. God has risen. God has rised. And thank you for letting us know he was going to do it in these times by taking down Satan himself, riding on that red horse. And I'm glad everybody, got him out of office. And that was just like a fake Satan. The real one, might be a lot worse. So, yeah. All right, y'all have a good night. I'm just food for thought. Long live Nip. Peace.